Hi. Hi.
Hi. There's a
different?
mysterious voice in the room with us, and the microphone is in a slightly different place.
You have to tell us how it is.
Yeah.
I also can't see chat. So.
Yeah. The levels look fine. So I think it should be okay. Maybe I'm a fraction quieter than I normally would be. Oh, thank you for the flowers, bars. Always appreciated. I wanted to bring us over, but I am gonna do a couple of technicalities,
Including visually representing me.
Yes, I'm gonna bring back old ones because we didn't have anything prepped.
Nope. We would have to have prepped anything for that.
Yep. So we're bringing this classic one back because
Which one? I don't actually know which one.
it's the middle finger one. Because I think it represents you pretty well at the moment.
Hey!
You just finished your masters.
Yeah.
That's what egg is your choice, basically.
True. Fair. Okay. Fair.
Your choice is that or egg.
Oh! Everything's fine. Nothing's happening over here.
Kels is actually trying out art. She's not doing any writing because she's all written out.
I might end up resorting to it. It's
Yeah.
just that I know Blue had this and I've always wanted to use it.
Yeah, so Kels is having to go on the iPad with Procreate and the pencil. So if you're there, Dan, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
I'm gonna try and bring Twitch chat up, but I don't think.
Yeah, it was literally when Curls arrived here that I remembered, oh, the Wi-Fi in this house is actually kind of bad.
Yep.
Like, the cable internet is astounding connected to my computer, but the Wi-Fi is atrocious, which
I
does...
would have bought a LAN cable.
Yeah.
Christ, that's the light of God.
Oh, Jesus. It does mean I have now realised that you should probably actually sit downstairs for D&D tomorrow, because you won't get a Wi-Fi unless you want to share my computer with me.
Shame.
Yeah, because...
I'm not hiding anything else.
Yeah.
I had to catch that one on the end.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that's a little thing for you, Das. If Curls is going to be sharing my computer, so you'll need to give me access to her character sheet.
Yes.
For tomorrow. Because
Anyway.
Curls will not be able to play D&D on the Wi-Fi in this room next to me.
I've managed to pull up the stream chat at least. You have some mod view?
I know, it's so wild that the streamer view is not the same as mod view and has arguably less power.
Information, yeah.
Yeah, the stream manager that the streamer is supposed to use has less functionality than mod view. How dare you make me to work as the dungeon master?
Yeah.
Heck.
Okay, so wait, how does you do lines and then circles, right?
I do circles first. Circles is for wrist. Yeah, circles is for wrist and lines is for shoulder. Kills is doing. I've already ended up twisted because I keep turning. I'm going to be twisted the entire night because I'm going to keep turning to talk to Kills.
Yeah, I'm on Blue's left, just for reference.
Yeah. So I turn here to look at chat, and then I will turn even further over to look at Curls.
But that will also point me towards the mic, so
That's true. So I'm going to be sat sideways on tonight anyway. I don't know why. I instinctively brought my tablet forward. I'm not doing drawing.
No.
I'm doing 3D.
it couldn't be more backwards.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I was saying to Blue, like, I kind of used to... I wouldn't say I used to draw, but I used to sketch just for fun.
Yeah.
But I got to the point where writing was obviously the thing I loved, and people I knew who drew were very good at it. So it was like, I don't really intend to... But I always said this... If any writers are in chat, don't listen to this. But I always used to say if I could draw, I wouldn't write. Because it is closer to what I'm trying to get at. I've come to appreciate writing more.
Yes.
But it used to be like, writing was the closest I could get to the things in my imagination. So like that's why I kind of ended up dropping drawing.
That's literally like the opposite of how it was for me.
Yeah, right.
Of like, if I wanted to get stuff in my head on into a visual medium, so I would draw.
Yeah. Well, that for me, it was like that, but then it was never close enough, so I ended up just having to...
Blue now has access to Curls' character page. Which fucking sheet?
It would be under... It's Pox's. Pox is the right one.
You look so sure. You look so...
It's either Pox or Posey. It's not Prosper.
You look very certain. I mean, if it
Fuck,
helps...
I need to finish making the as well.
You will have an entire day to yourself tomorrow until the evening, remember? Because I
need to decide what name I'm going to use.
Oh yeah, that can come a little later. But yeah, I am still sticking to the stream schedule, so I will be doing more art in the afternoon, and Curls is going to be downstairs binging Baldur's Gate. She is having a holiday. She is having time off.
Yeah, this is the closest I get to holidays with this fuckhead. Hang on, it's an enforced holiday.
Yes.
Because I said I can come later and you said, no you're not.
No you're not. Everyone will agree with me on this.
Look, I didn't think it was that long.
Until we sat down, we were like, when did I last see you in person? And we were like, January? I was like, oh no. Absolutely not. Because you were like, it was right before you moved. I was like, it wasn't, because UK Games Expo happened and you couldn't make it to UK Games Expo.
Yep. It's a holiday, yeah, it's a holiday I have no say in.
Yes.
Like when people force me to watch the Holiday, the movie.
Yes. I just love that I can still occasionally hear background spook.
Yeah, oh yeah. In the distance. Any background spook noises that the chat won't hear, but...
Yeah, I did. The microphone is
from Payday 3.
Yes, Payday is happening, so of course Spook is playing. Why wouldn't you do?
Yeah. Payday is one of the games.
It sure is a
game.
There's
been no greater visualization of my attention span than that blue.
Oh, come on, go. They're supposed to be uniform! It's supposed to be the same size throughout. It's a muscular exercise.
I started with that intent, and then I quickly got bored.
Rapidly got bored.
For reference, for visual description for chat, it's 3 lines of more or less even-ish circles, and then a rapid descent into madness of just completely different sizes, completely different shapes, and then swirls.
Yeah, and then like there's like one massive mega one in the middle, and then like all of the gaps between the circles, she's like crammed in tinier little ones. Triphobia nightmare.
yeah, for sure. That's my alternate name. Oh, that's what that does.
Hmm? Yeah, well, the fun thing is that you're using Procreate, a program which, while I have used it several times at this point, I'm still not very familiar with it, so I can't offer you too much in terms of advice of like,
where
do I find X tool? I'll be like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, this is another thing with me drawing, is I am, by default, impatient.
Yeah, I very much relate to wanting to just get on with the drawing and not wanting to do my warm-ups, but it's literally just like, I know that if I am to be an artist somewhat for life, if I don't do warm-ups, then I will have an RSI before I even know it.
Well,
and I almost did have an RSI right before Virality, because I was crunching so much to get all of my commissions done and all of my stuff submitted for Virality. I very nearly gave myself RSI because my hand did start to hurt.
Oh yeah.
And that was when I was like, I need to stop.
You can imagine doing my thesis that I wrote for essentially, I typed essentially for weeks straight, every day.
Oh my god.
Like 12 hours per day. More or less breakneck. My wrists were killing me, but I stretched so much.
Good. That is very important.
Been listening to the same song on loop.
I'm surprised you haven't been listening to the same song on loop for the last 5 days.
Hey! A witch cackle. What are you, me?
Lower beak longer. I need another loop in here, perhaps.
Ooh,
The joy of playing around with brushes.
Yay.
There's some really nice brushes in there.
Well, this is kind of what I was saying, because it's like, the fun with digital is you can kind of do any art without needing the material.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm kind of like it, because I used to fuck around with like watercolor and stuff. It's like I
there's a
can't
nice-
afford
yeah,
watercolor.
There's a nice watercolor brush. Yeah, that's why there's a small handful of commissions I've like started on the computer and then sent over to Procreate, and it's literally been because Procreate has like the brush that I want for it.
It's gonna be a lot of me being quiet because I'm
Learning.
I've been saying to Blue, I've been messing, like, it's the most art stream of conversations we've ever had. I've been messing around with mediums, like, with some different visual mediums. Just trying to be a bit more arty.
Yeah, and we know that I am hyped for any and all of that. I love seeing other people doing that stuff.
We wait 20 years for Photoshop to open.
Oh god.
Everyone please hold for Photoshop CS4. I mean, up-to-date Photoshop.
Uh-huh. That Adobe definitely wants you to be using.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Mix of, like, poetry and graphic design is my passion. What have I described to you earlier?
I think it was literally that.
Poetry
And
images and graphic design.
Graphic design is my passion.
By that I mean chat is shit, but like intentionally. Yeah, I've also been listening to a lot of the Something Rotten podcast, which is a podcast about, I think, like violent or nihilistic or gross games. And Jacob Geller always gets me talking about shit, but like, especially like things that are unpalatable. I find that interesting. I'm messing with it, man.
I fucking love though when I fucking love Googling Owl for references, purely because of the range that you get of like this photo in particular. I love this owl is so happy. You got these majestic barn owls, this little cute cartoon guy, the story Owl Babies on Amazon, this majestic as fuck snowy owl in the sunset, and then this guy. Look at this guy! How did they do this? I love that.
Size.
Yeah.
Add. Still there. This memory's still there a little bit. That's an orb.
Hey! Orb! We have achieved orb!
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Doing my due diligence chat, I drew a sphere and shaded it slightly.
Yeah!
I have to pay my dues.
It is obligated at this point. I'm sat here being like,
How? I think you're looking for.
ooh. The art tax, the art tax.
What are you?
Yeah, and I'm in that. I keep flip-flopping on this, and that I can't decide. And that like owl beaks do go quite downwards but because we are in this sort of weird in-between zone of like an owl but anthropomorphic, I look at the beak and I'm like, it is kind of correct, but it also just looks like a really long ass nose because obviously they don't have a nose.
Yeah.
The nose is part of the beak, and I'm like, do I, grab the front of the beak and sort of rotate it out more like a normal bird beak? That's a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. Do I rotate it out more like a normal bird beak so that we do sort of look a bit more like, Rivali, regular birds of like we have an actual, more of a defined mouth? I can't decide.
Would it be worth, like, where it connects to the face, like, making that more like the materials aren't the same?
Yeah, I guess that's wise, because there would be a seam, which would be the feathers and the beak, which would probably not be... I would probably normally not model that. I would probably make that texture, but maybe I could model that in
just like a little groove.
Yeah, maybe putting in a groove of some sort. Let's look at some references.
That's fine. Too deep in the source. Persian. It's slightly too late, Daz.
No Persian. Everyone's so salty at PCG these days.
Look, it has it out for me.
This is kind of good. It's not quite an owl, but you can see that it's probably meant to be an owl because it's got like the tufties. It does have the
That
beak.
reads as mandibles to me.
Well, that's because it's got these spiky bits. I meant more like that bit.
Oh,
there.
yes, that is.
Yeah, that bit reads as owl. Like they all have.
Hey, girl.
Hello, Core.
Hey, Boz. I think you've been here the whole time, actually.
Yes. I was just thinking Persian Notice chat wasn't on my screen, and then I saw PCG. F.
You hear him making noises because the brush is way bigger than I expected.
Whoops. Let's have a look on Sketchfab. I haven't done that for a while, but I did do that when I was looking at when I was doing the cobble. Oh my god, it's Riffin! It's the mascot of Humblewood. We literally looked at them yesterday. Yeah. Someone's done a Riffin model. Ah, see, this is a good example to you. Okay, so like there is actually like more of almost like a chin, and it does actually come out like a little bit more than I've done it, but it still reads as owl. Like if you put that side by side with an owl, you would see how it like the owl's beak is a lot flatter than his, but like that still reads as owl. Can I view? No, I don't want to view in VR. I don't have the VR headset. Inspector, wireframe. Oh, they're not connected. Yeah, you get the closer I get in, you can kind of see how those bits are painted on. That's texture. Is there another? Is there any more I can look at? Oh shit! This one is literally Regan the Owl custom VR chat model. So this one is one that has been made literally for what I am using it. This model may not be used for for anything basically. It's being custom made for someone. Let's have a look at the face. Yeah, again, yeah. The trend seems to be that the beak does come out further than I am doing it. I'm doing it quite flat,
like beyond the chin.
Yeah, like again, it's like to me, my instinct is like, well, that's more of an eagle beak than an owl beak. But when you take it as a whole, it reads as owl. So yeah, I think that's the change to make. Can I view the wireframe on this one? Because in theory, this should all be the same. So on this one, that's interesting. So the beak, I think, is still connected to the face, but they have actually modelled in beak feathers. So that's fun. Aww. Did you not upload that?
Yeah, I did. So that's, but I don't have the original.
Oh. Do you not have the actual, like, file?
No, because I had to uninstall. I don't know, in between me playing Baldur's Gate to death, uninstalling it, finishing my thesis, and then reinstalling it, I somehow didn't have enough memory.
Oh.
And the biggest file...
Because there's been updates.
The biggest file of my Vinci Resolve. That was the solution. But once I got rid of that...
Yeah. Oh, hello, Kay. Is the game over?
Oh, hi, Kay. You have a lot of nerve showing your face.
If you've come here for sympathy, you're in the wrong place.
You should not have come here.
We heisted, we rich now. No thanks to you, so we're here.
You think we haven't heard?
You think Spook didn't immediately march downstairs and vent to the pair of us? You know what, today I had therapy and I'm resting. That is 100% valid. Spook wanted to leave! Yeah, he wanted to win! You lost the game!
Yeah, I was just saying, it's classic K. Oh, you can...
You just made such a face. I think you're starting to, because you're on Google, you're like learning things about iPads that I don't know, which is literally just part of the iPad functionality. I literally don't know. He said he wanted us to leave the one we did. I said no, and we got a rare achieve because of it. I feel vindicated. Oh dear. Are you getting arrested? Not if I can help it.
Oh my god, it can read my handwriting.
Do not trust. Don't trust that technology.
A lot of these are underneath safe search. Doesn't matter.
Still examining things.
We started something now in the chat.
No. You missed me getting arrested 2 minutes later. Well, yeah, we've been here.
We were literally just trying to live our lives. quiet started so early.
Yeah, we're both of us concentrating. Audacity. Oh.
We started name calling already.
D&D's tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, we got 24 hours yet. Why didn't you talk about your entire thesis?
Oh god, I don't think she kind of wants to forget that at the moment.
Condensed into a 2-hour stream. I think, to be honest, I could cover it in a single sentence. No. It was a process.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're currently waiting to see. I say we, like it's also you.
I mean, I am waiting to see. Frankly, I have a vested interest in this. Thesis geeks were.
No. Get it right. The thesis is we are gay and the Greeks agree.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's like, no, we actually don't want to hear about this. And you know what? Yep.
You're supposed to not be thinking about your thesis.
I would love to know. I've been thinking about my thesis.
Yeah, exactly. Think about the player you shot last session.
I haven't shot him yet.
Yeah, just aiming to shoot at him. You could roll a 1 and miss.
I'm gonna. I feel it in the water. You know, sometimes you just know. Like, oh, I'm not meant to do this.
Hmm. Universe has a plan.
Yeah.
I think that is a slight improvement.
Yes, I think so.
I think maybe I will put some more
You show him you missed. I have the chat log in front of me. I believe it.
There you go then. So all this hype up of you ready to deal with the person you've shot? You didn't shoot them.
Well, I have 2 attacks.
I didn't shoot them yet.
I very much still intend to.
Mm-hmm. Not to talk about them while they're not here, but it is praise, I assure you. We were literally saying today, because obviously the topic came up, about how there was a marked difference between Ollie playing D&D, having not played Baldur's Gate, and then coming back to Ollie playing D&D, having played Baldur's Gate. And
Ollie
I was like,
killed it.
wow!
If you
Literally astounding, like, hell yes, my dude. Love it.
if you watch our if you've not watched our D&D campaign, just go and watch Ollie's op.
It's so good.
I just realised this is a digital thing. I can put my hand in.
Yes, it does have like a sensor thing. You can lean your hand on the stream when it detects that the pencil is near. I believe it ignores you. But you can also use, you can move the pencil away and do the old pinch with your thing. You can like two-hand it essentially. Because the reason that is there is so that you can literally have your thumb sort of hovering here, so that you can adjust it and adjust the slider. That's why they put that there, because there's an option to flip it if you're right-handed and left-handed. So you can sit with your hand next to the control.
Name, that's the wrong layer.
Literally a soundboard for him in the best way. Hell yeah. With that split second when I need to adjust the scroll wheel where I just like move something just completely not how I want to, because I have to adjust it first.
Boom, 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 bo bone.
fine. I sing along to my music as well. It's just whether you're subconscious about it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me here when Smooth McGroove comes on singing a cappella, and I'm just here going, ah! Like it's fine. My stream, I can sing if I want to.
And leave this one behind.
Leave the stream behind. I will be sad though. No! My algorithm!
How dare you?
Ollie's laugh last session, my man has played Dark Urge. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
If anyone spoils anything about Dark Urge for me, I will ban you instantly. Not a joke.
Girls will manifest Dark Urge IRL if you spoil it for her.
My brother's nearly done it twice, and I nearly killed him both times. I'm not used to the pen behaving so differently depending on what angle you are.
That's something I'm also not used to. I don't have that kind of control on my tablet. So the fact that it actually does something on the iPad and Procreate is wild.
If I do this...
It's like an actual pencil, which is trippy. Because when you do digital art for a while, your brain does make the distinction between drawing on a tablet and actually drawing. So to have... I know that, like, a lot more modern tablets are better at, like, doing angles and stuff, but I actually don't have a modern tablet. I think my tablet's probably, like, 7 years old or something at this point, this model. I'm not 100% sure. The model I had before I had this upgrade was already about 10 years old. Did I have this tablet when I was in uni? I'm not sure I did. No, I think
you did.
The blue one? I think I had the grey one while I was still in uni.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the one I'm referring to that was like 10 years old. But I think shortly after leaving uni, I requested a tablet upgrade. But
Yes.
for me, I mean, that was literally more just kind of I believe at the time I didn't know what to ask for.
Yes.
When my parents were like, what do you want for like your birthday? And I was like, could I get a tablet upgrade? Because I can't think of anything else. Because I think at that point I'd already had the big computer upgrade.
Yeah.
That took precedence of like, it's no good having a graphics tablet if my computer can't fucking run anything.
I just tried to rub out something with my hand.
The one thing I will say that upsets me, that I've tried to do it with that, and with this, is that the grey tablet had a button on the end mapped to the eraser. So when my grey tablet, I could flip the pen round and erase. And that is the one thing I've never recovered from. Why did they
emotionally?
Why did they remove that as a feature?
As a society,
why did they remove that as a
because
feature?
Apple has to put the fucking charging port there.
Yeah, on that one. I don't remember if the Pencil 2 has it. That's a Pencil 1.
Currently, for chat reference, I'm currently just doing my favourite thing, which is just drawing clothes and
That's valid. I also do not like drawing people.
Well, I love drawing people. It's just I can't bother right now.
Yeah,
I wanted to do this because I wanted to draw clothes.
Yeah, the Pencil 2 uses near field charging.
You just heard some words.
It's a wireless charge, basically.
Oh.
So you put the pencil near to the iPad and you charge it.
Fucking crazy.
It is wild. Again, it is also only compatible with certain iPads that have it built in. But there's no button on the end of it either. It's just a thing that like graphics tablets don't seem to have anymore. Of like my very first tablet had it, and for some reason they don't do it anymore. They don't put a button on the end to be like you can literally have an eraser. And I'm like, I liked that feature, and everybody has removed it. Why?
Because this bit I'm drawing for this dude is very jazzed here.
Waiting to find out she's working on new Mara TM.
I'll draw Neymar.
So I was like, I'm waiting for a comment or lack of comment.
Done.
It was like comment or lack of comment. You will be. She's just drawn an angry face. Numara, just an angry face. Cry, bitch.
Good try.
You could brainstorm. I say brainstorm like you haven't already like redesigned a version of Mara and Hero Forge.
Actually, I haven't.
You haven't.
I really haven't.
Maybe that's something for you to do while you're here.
The fun thing is, like... Sorry, I'm just laughing at the fact that the two different things I like in men's fashion. No, it's interesting because you guys are coming in, like, basically right after this happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how much... Like, in some ways, my lack of preparation is the point. Like, Mara wouldn't have changed much.
That's true, because...
She hasn't had time to.
No. The main difference is that everybody gets to see her face, not just Tala. Because
yeah.
Tala had...
Well, I already
Tala
have the official art for Mara has a version without card.
Yes, and you sent me that because Tala had seen her face at one point. So
I showed you that in real life. I think I showed you that in real life.
Yeah, actually, I think you were. It was one of the ones when you were here and we were talking, and it was brought up about Tala got to see Mara's face, and
that was in the RP with the pirate.
Was it? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's why none of the squad have seen it. Tala's seen her face before the events that occurred. Now everybody will get to see it.
I'm sure she'll be so chill about it. She'll be so normal.
Don't
and chill
look at me!
about the fact that happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
My lights on. Now, I thought a lot about Edmund.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the fact his playlist randomly updated one of these days.
Yeah, and Das immediately noticed.
They didn't, because I know that they noticed it a day after. But yeah, no, I was listening to music and I was like, oh, this is an Edmund song. Oh, speaking of, I should probably think about that song.
Speaking of, let's address
the
this.
visual of smug Tala immediately then the hands appear and you're like, oh fuck. It's living in my brain.
I will say that moment does live rent free in my face of the comical face drop of just the absolute confidence of, oh yes, I'm gonna fucking get you to fuck.
Fuck, I'm dead.
Oh no. Yeah, that is a very, very true reaction for both me and Tala. That was very much in character.
Right, that's not how that shadow would work. The thing is, Eddie, I've got less work to do because I had a nightmare version already in my for if you had fallen into my trap, which you didn't.
we have disassembled your Edmund trap
by just not engaging with it in any way.
Yeah, that's the safest way to do it.
Choosing correctly, because that's 100% what I wanted you to do.
Just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
What do we say?
Don't kick the hornet's nest.
Huh?
I want to jump into the Eddie trap. Let me set it off. Feel free, but I'm gonna stand over here while you do that. Like, feel free to go in and use up whatever charges of X he has. Then he'll have less charges to deal with me.
You don't regen?
Bitch, I can also regen.
I know. That's why he can regen. If I didn't, I'd be. Whoa! Behaves crazily. I love digital brushes because they don't have to obey anything.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Not man, nor god.
Some of the texture brushes in there are unreal.
I know.
They are godly.
I thought that was called Piss Soul. It's called Flim Soul.
Piss.
Like, what?
I'm gonna piss on the moon phone.
Oh, that really is the texture of plimsolls. That's 100% what.
See? Like, damn.
I haven't thought about plimsolls in a long time.
Yeah, some of the natural materials of like the grass and stuff, but also there's like concrete and dust and dirt, and it's like they are unreal. They are really good textures. Blah. Which is why, as I've said a few times, I will like start an art piece and then I will sometimes take it over to Procreate, and it's literally to take advantage of those good brushes to put like a final touch of
I know there's that one that the Dwarfy Crow all use, which is called the Good.
the what, sorry?
It's literally just called the Good Brush.
A good brush.
Like one of those ones you can download. Oh, it might be Clip Studio. Yeah, it's literally just called the Good Brush. And everyone is always asking them like what brushes they're using, and they're like, I don't know, we're using the Good Brush. It's called the Good Brush. Look it up.
Yeah. Literally, as you said that, I had like moved my hand and I'd like hit my headset and maximized my headset volume, so I was briefly deafened. Literally, as you were talking, which is why I was like, say it again, because I fully didn't hear you.
I've only just registered that it's registered with pressure.
Of course, it's got pressure.
I don't know. I've never used one.
I think for modern standards, with any kind of stylus pen these days, pen pressure is like the minimum. Like I think these days for artists, if it doesn't have pen pressure, they're like what's the fucking point? See, they're wild, aren't they? Which brush is that?
Called Old Beach.
Old Beach. Are you in the actual like? Yeah, in the artistic. Have you actually looked to see if there's watercolor ones?
Oh, there is. I just know there is. I just haven't. Oh yes.
Yeah, look, just there. Oh, it was right there. Paint under painting at the bottom. Watercolor. Tap, 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 tap. You layer that shit. You just did a happy wiggle.
Shut up! They can't know about that.
When I'm doing
You know the one thing I haven't. Oh, this is black. I was like, I haven't.
Oh,
found the
you couldn't
colour.
find colour. Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's up there. Also,
No, I like
they
working it
do
out.
things like this. They do palette generation. I feel like tomorrow when I'm going to be art streaming, you're like, oh, I'm 100% playing Baldur's Gate. I'll be like, okay, you can take the art.
I'll be
you can take
playing
the art
Baldur's Gate
tablet.
for 5 minutes and I'll be drawing my OCs.
Well, the thing is as well is that when we finish art stream, we'll pack up. We literally have to reassemble the bed because we have a folding bed, and you're going to be then left alone in here overnight with that. So I'm going to come in here tomorrow morning and be like, did you actually sleep? And you'll be like, no, but I've created this.
That's why I used to be. Like people ask, like my insomnia comes from a bunch of things, but my main thing was that I was either reading, writing, or drawing, and I did it at night because I had to be at school otherwise.
Yeah, I can't do it in the daytime. I have schoolwork to do. Yeah, this exact thing that is happening here. What? Why are you throwing stuff at me?
Because we like to.
Ah. No, I can't say that. That's mean.
What?
I was about to say show affection by subbing to me. It's September,
Give
bitch!
me your fucking money!
Give me your money! It's September, bitch!
Oh, right, yeah, there's a...
Oh, has it got a label?
Nope. No, I cut that out the moment
I was
got
about to
it.
say, I was like, we can remove that.
No, it's much more dangerous than that.
It's got a pin. Carls, you've had a pin in your shirt the entire time. Skywolf memes. Oh my god, I don't religiously check my Discord while I'm streaming.
Blue doesn't check her Discord at all while she's streaming, guys. That's the point of having mods.
Discord has a stream mode. Oh my god, Carls. Basically just removed a knife from your back. Discord has a stream mode. It literally silences it. Jesus Christ. Okay, it is funny though.
Oh, everyone's got... This is Toxel? Yeah.
Oh, everybody loves Toxel.
I just saw like 5 messages, and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. I remember getting the little baby Toxel egg. Oh, F. You're like, oh, I don't know if you can do that quick.
Speed.
I don't know if you can do that quick enough, sweetie.
I believe.
I mean, there is a command, but I don't know what the command is.
I do know, but it's just easier to do it on my phone. It's poker shop and then buy Pokemon. It's a bunch of stuff.
And it's gone. Yeah, I remember. I really loved in Sword and Shield that they gave you the Toxel egg. It was big Togepi vibes. Of just like after the first gym, it's like, here, have this random egg, and you get a Pokemon that if you have avoided spoilers that you've never seen before.
It's fun.
And it was part of my core team. My Toxtricity was.
Everyone loves Toxtricity.
That's because Poison Electric is a fantastic type combination. It's so different. Like I'm always down for an interesting type combinations.
I mean, you know how I feel about Fire Ghost.
Yes, but I'm always happy when new gens come out and they have like new ones. Like I remember when Scorbunny was revealed, and I was like, oh, I'm getting a lot of like
Fire Electric.
Yeah, I was like always running around a lot, all over the place, which is like a speed thing, and speed is associated with electric. I was like, oh, I'd love for it to be a Fire Electric type. That'd be so fun. And then they didn't, and I was like, boo. And then I almost felt vindicated because literally yesterday I watched a video on Subjectively, which is a little bit like Drawfit. And they literally did.
We said that because we were watching.
And they literally had a thing where it was like 4 Pokemon, Fakemon artists redesign some Pokemon, and one person redesigned Scorbunny, and they were literally like, as part of my redesign, I'm making it dual Fire Electric because they should have made them dual types. And I was like, yes! Vindication.
What were you saying was the new meme Pokemon?
Oh, there is a new meme Pokemon game, which is Pokemon Too Many Types. It's literally, you know, my friendship with Infinite Fusion is over. Too Many Types is now my best friend. So here's the screenshots, for example. So we've got, oh no. So we've got Phalanx, who are silly and little and guys. So they're silly little guys. Stantler is boring and ugly.
Oh, don't say that.
Sandslash is ground and sharp.
Yeah, that feels right.
Pichu is a little electric baby. Diglett is Smash, and there's no context provided for that. And Braixen is Fire Magic Furry. There's a furry type. And I've already seen several furries playing this game, including Breezy, which made me laugh because Breezy literally put on their thumbnail that they were furry flying gender, because apparently gender is also one of the types. Bean is a type, so Chikorita is a grass bean. Vibe is a type, so Lotad is grass vibe. Poochyena is angry type. Oh, sorry, Angie. There is no R. There is Angie type. There's Space.
I couldn't tell you were looking at your other monitor. I thought you were just really staring at me, and I felt very pressured.
Prime, the songs. They added in the sound type, which people have been asking for ages. Yeah, gender. So, Azurill is normal gender baby.
Why isn't it Godkiller? It should have a unique
Yeah, Azumarill is water gender. Slackoth is boring and stinky.
Yeah, that's right.
Raichu is electric zoomer. Okay, now I've got to do...
you look at Ninetales?
Yeah, that's what I was looking... I was like, these don't appear to be in any particular order, so
Control F.
It's like I don't want to ruin the organisation.
Oh god, it was also there.
Fire Fluffy Dream. Dream type.
Dream type. Yeah,
I love that.
Trevenant.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, look at Arcanine first. Archer, what are your tags? Why is it Furry Fire? Big.
Growlithe. Scroll along. Fire Friend! He's a friend type!
That's what's Cubone.
Cubone.
Coffee.
Cubone. I haven't found Cubone, but they did add in Crab, and unsurprisingly, it is Crabby. Is the Crab type Cubone? Locate Cubone for me, please.
Search of Cubone.
Uh-oh. I'm not getting a response.
As in, like...
As in, I don't know if it's added in yet. Yeah, Cubone is getting me 0 of 0 results.
I saw Gardevoir. What's Gardevoir?
Gardevoir is...
Why is it gender?
Space Fairy gender. And Gallade is bad shark gender. So they're both
gender fluid.
They're both gender. I can't imagine Trevenant is in here. No,
Trevenant's not fun enough.
No, there's no Trevenant in here. Angie, Fluffy, Ancient. It's sus. There is a sus type. That's upsetting. Pseudo-Widow is a sus rock furry. No.
I think
Prime, Ground Friend, Little,
what is
Silly.
Mr. Mime?
Mr. Mime Mr. Mime is a silly psychic, but Mime Jr. is a silly little baby.
I thought that said silly psychotic.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's right. I didn't even.
Oh my
question
god,
it
there
for
is
even
Monk.
a second.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah. Apom is monkey, Ambipom is monkey, but also crab. Fluffy, furry. Oh no. Who wants to know what Slugma is? You know what? I'm not going to tell you guys what Slugma is because we
might find out.
We need to have. If I may end up playing this, who knows? It's the new hype thing at the moment. I mean, obviously I'm doing my Nuzlocke at the moment, but the Nuzlocke in theory could end,
any
it
day.
could end at any point.
Depending on Articuno's whims.
Articuno, why? I've always loved you.
What if I just drew Articuno? Oh shit. If anyone hears me singing in Russian, I'm not a Russian spy, I'm just listening to great music.
Right, so I know that I've seen this in a video, which I will end up watching at some point, either today on this stream or later. But there is apparently a thing that you can do.
Articuno's now a Mark.
That you can make it so that even if meshes like aren't fused, that like you can make them blend.
Just said some words.
So I can make it so that this sort of hard line where these feathers come out of this face.
Oh, you've changed topic. Okay.
Blends. So I've put these feathers in place pseudo temporarily because I feel like blending the normals, which is I believe what it is actually called, is gonna be later down the stage. Because I think it requires me to not move things, and these things may get moved. But I think the face does look a little bit better with our new beak placement. This is gonna be beak feathers, gonna rename them.
I love the Great Comet. Have I ever spoken about how much I love the Great Comet?
Not as much as some things.
Which is
Actually,
crazy. It's
yeah.
my favourite musical.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't have known that. That's
By
how,
far
that's
and
how
away.
little you've actually talked about
I
it.
feel like I've been very afraid of going off about it.
Oh, is that why? Is because you love it so much that you don't want
I don't love the Great Comet anymore.
Guess I'm gonna end up listening to that at some point.
I don't know if you'll like it, but I love it.
Fair enough.
Do you want to listen to it tomorrow?
We can do.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where you can listen to the soundtrack and get the whole thing. Also, it ended so like as in like the show run ended so interestingly that let's say it is easily found. Even perhaps on very common video streaming platforms.
Okay.
Because no one cares what happened. Ah!
Oh, you're right.
Just erase part of it for no reason. That's colour.
Hell yeah, that's colour. You have discovered layers, right?
Yeah.
Good, okay.
What do you take me for?
You didn't know about pen pressure for a while.
I know about layers, but not pen pressure, please. I do use Photoshop, I just don't use drawings.
Stacey was petting you saying affection, what did I miss?
Oh,
I mean...
great question.
The fact that we're all neurospicy? You don't need a reason to do stuff like that, I do it to spook.
I was talking about the fact that I have managed to never go off about Great Comet, despite it being my favourite musical. Which everyone's very impressed by, and I take that personally. Don't know why, it just means you guys don't know a thing about me.
It's not that we're impressed, it's just I'm surprised.
Oh, pen pressure? I didn't know pen pressure.
Yaha, fiddly-dee. No, apparently we won't need to do that.
Well, I mean, technically yes, but practically no.
Okay.
Is it still... Is it not piracy if you don't have to try? Reference. Yeah, you have those. Body.
Yeah.
The only reason I've been thinking about this is because I keep seeing high fashion models, and I'm like, I want to draw those. So that's why I'm doing it. Let that cook. Let her cook.
Let it cook.
That's neat. Like, you both started singing different songs.
Yeah, because we both have different music on, but we're sharing the microphone.
This setup is actually very cool. If we could like do this IRL all the time, this is exactly the setup.
That would require you to move in.
And
she shrugs like it's not a problem. And I'm just glad that you enjoy it because it means that
I've done it Among Us.
Just a little bit. It's a little sus.
It's a little sus.
It's a little sus, not gonna lie. That's just nice because it does mean that in the future when you come to visit, assuming that I am still doing the same thing, we can just keep
What colour
going.
should I use?
Purple. But like a pale purple.
Pale.
Yeah, like a pale one. Yeah. Sweet thing.
I'm drawing a halter neck top with a boob window.
Slut. Carl's dead, everyone! I just killed her.
I can't believe I just heard blue slut shame, but not directed at me. I feel like I should be offended. You're gonna slut shame, at least slut shame the actual slut, you know.
But Dust is right there! I'm sorry, it was right there.
Cat, don't say that shit unless you know that they're your friends.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now.
That's so
Can someone clip that, but just for us, just for the friend group? Not for you, but for us.
Yep, that's a clip for us. I finally, I only now do I finally get why streamers have the chat like appear visually on their stream. It's so that if you do clips, there is context.
Yeah, it's like
Because-
sometimes I hate that.
Yeah, it's like
But
I'm not
right
a huge
now-
fan of it, which is why I don't do it. But literally right now, this moment, I'm like, oh, that is what just happened is funny because of what Das said in chat, and you can't visually see that on the clip.
Well, no. I think that's the first time I ever heard you say that word. It's like when Caduceus squares. You can do it.
Yeah, that's the. I remember when I was first coming online and like me swearing was a novelty because of how like innocent I was, and now obviously I've spent so much time on the internet that no one bats an eye at it.
Nope.
But I say something like that, and it's like, what?
Took us a while. Hey Blue, you know you said that whole thing about like you're coming in here later and I'm gonna be doing this all night?
Mm-hmm.
Surprised that wasn't a joke.
I'm happy for it. You're literally on holiday. If you find something fun to do, you should be doing it. But yeah, to go back to what I was saying, I just think that's neat that if we do have you come around in the future, and I'm still doing this, which I hope I am, that we can just have these little sessions.
Still reading is sus to me, which I hate. I think it's the shape.
It's the shape. Once you turn, the rest of the body back on.
Yeah, once I zoom out, it doesn't.
It's currently just an empty t-shirt.
Empty t-shirt. That's how I know.
You know what I meant.
I do. Yeah. And then
It's an empty shape.
Wait, what if I do a full Kim Possible and put like a grey?
Oh my god. Impossible.
Grey mesh situation. Now it's even more sus.
Yep, because that fully looks like a window.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know what's this one. Just do it. No. It's also not right.
Yeah, open up Google to like googling Kim Possible because you mentioned it, and just seeing all the images and being like, yes, my childhood, and then scrolling down and seeing Shigo and being like, okay, I don't have time to unpack that.
We can't look at this.
Yeah, Shigo. We all remember Shigo. Me just being like, hello, edgy black-haired woman with green accents. Let's not unpack that.
Mesh adjacent. Now I gotta remember what. Wash brush, my beloved. No, this is Love is on Mars playlist, not ever. The only downside of this is you guys get all the bullshit that I say to myself normally with the mic muted.
Ah, yes.
See, this is why I was like interested in trying this and why I was excited about it. It's because I do shit like that where I go like way over the line. I can just do it intentionally and then come back down. You can't do that with actual paint.
Yeah.
But it means you get
clean
like
it up.
good.
I love how you're colouring that.
Thank you.
That is so good. I love that. This is why I would tell people you should do it when everybody's like, oh, I'm not good. I'm like, it don't fucking matter, and also you probably are good. No artist thinks that they are good. I don't think I'm good. And yet I'm doing art for a living.
Well, it's because I always find you do any art form better when you're just fun.
Yes.
So because I'm just like, ooh, this brush is fun. Let's do something with this brush. I'm doing better than I would be if I was like trying really hard.
Yeah. That's why I've got posts on my social media. There's like multiple posts on my social media that are literally like, this was a sketch, but I like how it looked, so I kept going.
Yeah. All art should be fun.
Yes, unfortunately, we have to be able to buy food to live, so we can't always fuck about.
I do. I live on human blood. Oh my god, should we tell chat that we showed Spook what we do in the shadows last night?
Yes.
Okay, chat,
so
if you can believe it, Spook has never seen that movie.
Yeah, so the first night that Kells is here, we're literally like, okay, we're gonna go eat out. And then on the way back, we were like, what should we do? Should we watch like a movie? And then we were just chatting about movies.
Well, no, you first fully quoted every line from the movie Snatch.
Yes, so originally we were like, we should watch Snatch, and then we quoted every line from the film, so we're like, okay, we don't need to watch Snatch anymore, because we just did the entire film for you. And then we were just talking, and then I can't even remember what it was that made my
Oh no, I
brain
was trying
go
to think
it.
of movies that I knew that were quotable like that.
Yes.
And I ended up landing on that.
So we were like, and Spook was just sat there just like baffled, and that was the realization of, wait, you've never seen this. So we sat and watched What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, which is wonderful, and I think Spook had a great time.
Spook had a great time.
He loved it.
I had a great time because I love that movie.
It's a good time.
It's so good.
Same with this, I've got the same thing that I was pondering yesterday, which is I very much need a line like here. But I'm trying to work out how best to add it in. Like, do I go there? Do I carry down into the chin? Do I try to like join it into the mouth?
You weren't looking to me for answers.
No, I'm just monologuing. It happens when you're a streamer, you talk to yourself. Even when there are people there that you could talk to, you talk to yourself. Done in various other places.
I was throwing some like throwbacks at me right now.
Oh.
It's a fucking Saturdays album.
You know why? It's because you put the playlist on. Blue and Curls Cook Food Together playlist was playing.
Yeah.
She's got the classics. The classics, if, you know...
For us.
from the early 2000s.
Pockets generally have a...
Yes, I know that this is something that fashion companies haven't established yet, especially with jeans, that the pockets should open. You mean 20-year-old music? I mean, yeah. The classics.
You know.
Tell me why.
Not that one. That's fun. My liked songs I'm slowly removing because when liked songs first came out as the feature, because it used to be the start playlist.
Yes, I do remember that.
You're of the same era.
Yeah, it used to be starred and it was like...
Because I still have starred. My star playlist.
Yeah, because when they introduced likes, they then literally converted starred into a playlist. Which I also
exactly
have.
the same.
Yeah.
But I just went through and liked... It used to be that when you liked an album, it liked every song in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm slowly going through and removing like songs from musicals that are like filler songs that I didn't want in here.
Yeah, public playlist starred and then also liked songs, which is now also a playlist. Like, what's the fucking point, Spotify?
Make it make sense.
I mean, you could color pick it and try opening up one of those palette windows.
Set ones.
Oh, does it? I thought it was one of those ones where it like calculated one.
I think Harmony might be
Yeah, I think that might be the one I'm thinking of. We're learning.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Oh, hey! I was looking for this.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, I think, I want to say that, like, this is the colour picker, or is that the move? That's moving. I also don't remember. Yep, there you go. So you've tapped it, and then you drag that around. There's your colour picker. Again, visual learner is like, I think it's this, but I had to, like, physically tap on it myself to be sure. Ooh. Oh. I always get them mixed up. That's
Complimentary.
complementary? Not contrasting.
Yeah.
That's complementary.
It's great for chat.
There was a rave occurring, but you guys weren't invited.
You're gonna welcome them.
But yeah, but I think if you continue to poke around in that menu, there'll be other options alongside contrasting.
Anyway, what is this? A full offense intended.
More saturation.
It's fun. I'll take that thing. I don't have a way to like share this with you chats.
Could put in like loops around here to the eyes. It's one of those things where it's like, again, the main problem with making a face for a video game, especially if this was just a sculpt or something that was going to appear in like an animation or a film, it wouldn't be an issue. But for games, generally you want to try to obviously keep your poly count low if you can. Just try so you don't go over the top. And the problem with faces is that you need so much geometry in the face so that it moves nicely, and you need none of that geometry behind the back of the head, because that is a static area. You know, your hair's going to go over the top of it, you're not even going to see it, so you need all of it at the front and none of it at the back, and you have to kind of balance between the two, and it's irritating. Yeah, it's literally part of the problem with this model that I have, is that there is a lot of geometry in the face, which makes it great for facial animation, but all of that is carried round to the back, so there's literally like 20,000 polys on the back of the head that you don't even see because it's underneath the fur. And it's just like, ugh. Faces.
There's a Karina in the back of my head from one of the draw classes that I've watched for no reason. Her mantra with clothing is just shapes.
Just shapes. It's all just shapes. Everything is just shapes.
Deeply fictional shapes that vaguely obey physics. Shapes on top of shapes.
I'm back on the reference hunting. And alchemy is it. I'm back on the reference hunting. So you guys won't see anything because, as I said to Dan, I was like, never look for references on your primary monitor.
Nope.
You don't know what's going to appear.
Nope. Also, never browse Steam on it. As Sam stripping will.
Oh no, Sam especially. I'm sorry, Sam, but
my writing song.
So you were just like, skip. We're not writing today. Examining things again. That's interesting. More examining, more examinations.
What's the line between Squidward and Sadie in terms of noises?
Pitch. That one tickled you.
Mm-hmm. No, because it's right. But also the speed with which you said it. Gary's.
Gary. Well, I need to sit back. Thank you for the save reminder. And the posture check, literally, as I was like, I am leaning forward too much, I need to sit back.
Oh, did we get posture check?
We got posture check just now.
From my posture right here. You see this? Follow the arc of my spine right now. What letter is that?
How do you spell shrimp, chat? Because we shrimping!
Oh my god. My back literally has already failed. To Q, yeah, honestly.
Curly Q.
You start.
Talks about it and now it's gonna happen.
For cutie, thank you.
Yay!
Oh, the chat disappeared. I was punished.
Oh god, I think Voz is pulling out the Greek on us.
Is it Greek or Russian?
I don't know!
I don't actually read Greek.
Yeah, none of us are Greek. I just assume.
Well, just study it.
I just assume that's Greek because I know that Voz is Greek.
Oz is Greek. I've learned things today.
Hells.
I don't know. Why would I know that?
Because Voz has been here for like almost a year at this point, I feel.
I know a great deal about Voz, and none of them are real life information.
Oh my god, was it when we were playing Sheepdog and Wolf?
Do you remember how many years I had known you when I learned you could drive? I had known you about 7 years when I learned you could drive.
And then they turned up and picked you up in Birmingham and you were like, what? And I was like, how did you think we were gonna get home? And you were like, via the train. Who the fuck is Andrew Johnson? Every time. Yeah, I think it was literally the last time we were playing Sheepdog and Wolf that Voz and Galaxia like had a full-on conversation and chat about having Gyros. Or however it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Or however it's pronounced.
No, sorry, my brain like
Gyros. I don't know how you pronounce them.
Gyros?
I'm not Greek!
Voz? Voz, help. Voz was like not even here. It's just accidentally overheard.
I found a picture of Voz, I'm dropping it in memes.
Uh-oh.
It better be a dragon. Hell yeah. That is a P in English, apparently, was the letter that Voz dropped.
Oh, okay. And I'm assuming you can confirm that is in fact Greek.
This is the picture. Voz's Sona is a dragon, because I'm guessing you didn't know
I
that.
did know that.
Okay, there we
See, as I said, it's not like
go.
factual.
The clue is in the name.
Is that your phone that keeps going off? Mine, I actually have to care.
I think that one was yours, because, like, I didn't feel the vibration, because I will feel the vibration through the table if it's mine.
Yes? I'm streaming. Fuck off.
We both have the same reaction of, who the fuck is messaging me?
Thank you, Buzz.
Thanks, Buzz.
Thank you for putting up with our memory.
I'm a streamer. I assume that people are here because of the memery.
At their expense.
Yeah, there is that. I spend
That's kind of
literally
fun.
half an hour pondering the same piece of topology. Like, no changes have occurred, but
Topology?
that's the proper name!
Is it? That's so cool. I was about to meme on you for being such a fucking geology.
Geology!
No, there's a reason why I made that mistake. It's because me and my brother were debating the difference between geography and geology.
Ah.
That's natural.
Topology is literally like how all of these polygons are like flowing together.
Yeah, Karen?
Yeah, the topology is literally how all of these lines and dots are like flowing together. And
So
how-
it is like real life topology.
Yeah, the topology of the land.
Yeah.
It's literally called. It's got the same word because it's the same concept. Which is I guess it's the nerdy thing of like when you know the proper name for something, you instinctively
Have to use.
Yeah, it's like when Frog was offering me those tips the other day, which I love because those pictures have been very helpful. And they were like, it's for
not the first time.
Yeah, it was like, oh, it's for the rig, and I'm like, this isn't a rig. I'm not at the
Does it
rig.
annoy you that I use always the wrong word?
Yes. It's not a rig. Yeah. This is the thing of like, I partly want to actually, like, the model itself doesn't have a name, like, it's not just going to be called Owl, much like the Cobble wasn't called a Kobold, because that's just boring.
Obble.
So it's called the Cobble.
No, but what if you call it the Obble?
Obble. No, I'm not doing that.
The Obble's World Exodus.
Obble, no. I toyed because I know the proper name for these, the little ear tufties, which is plumicorns, which we talked about on
Oh
stream.
my god, that's amazing.
It's a great word, isn't it? It's one of my favourite words. But I was like, I was tempted to call the base a plumicorn, but because not a lot of people know that, I'm like, if you see the word plumicorn, you will probably think that it's a unicorn. And zygote, again, if you call it zygodactyl, people will probably think it's a pterodactyl, and it's not.
Yeah.
Even though both of those words are correct. Although admittedly, this model hasn't been made to be zygodactyl, so that would actually be incorrect in this instance. But owls are zygodactyl. I just don't. I didn't want to. It's too much.
Did you know?
To make it so that the owl switches from 3 toes to 2.
You know.
No. Did you know?
That for every snake.
We're not doing the snake.
I was going through them and I was like, which one can I remember?
Which one can you do? So yeah, basically, I can't remember if it's the internal or the external. I want to say it's the internal, but basically, much like how we partially can with our thumbs, bless you, owls can take this toe and they can literally swoop and move it behind. Obviously not like that because of geometry, but they can rotate it. This bone here is like a ball joint rather than a hinge joint. So they can switch the toe backwards and forwards. Yeah.
Did you know
Did you know that there is a monster in Monster Hunter that is zygodactyl?
that horse? Sorry, I showed Blue a compilation of all the Fixes facts from Mentopolis. And we've been throwing them out.
Every once in a while we'll just go, did you know?
Did you know that for every snake... I'm not allowed to say the snake
We're not
fact.
saying the snake one.
Snacks.
Did you know that half of the bones in your body
Are
in your hands and feet? Just fucking
Just
kill me,
man. No. When someone says, I'm gonna break every bone in your body, I'm like, that's ridiculous. that would be way too much work. But I could break half the bones in your body, but not very much work.
Terrifying.
Horrifying.
The most terrifying thing.
Watch Mentopolis.
Things that could very easily be a line straight from Crumble's mouth.
You know what's really funny? Hank put out a vlog. I think I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
About like his time on the show
Mhm.
at the start before the show aired. He was like, I was so fucking nervous because they're all trained improvisers, and that's literally not what I do. Just not different fields of study. You know, I'm essentially a science educator, so I'm not like an entertainer like that. And also, I don't play as much TTRPGs as them. So he did all this stuff where he was like, not only did he obviously triple check every single fact he used for the fix, he also played like a character that was kind of in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
To some extent, but he was so nervous about playing. They're called brute types in that system.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so nervous about it because he is obviously not that in real life. That he went out and bought, because they take a wardrobe for the show because they shoot in like 3 days the whole season, and they take their wardrobe. And he went out and bought a new wardrobe of specifically clothes that would make him look bigger.
Wow.
Like if you look, he's wearing a lot of like jackets with squared shoulders, and like he physically bought clothing to make him seem bigger because he was so nervous about being like this tiny little guy playing this really massive character that he was like, I have to surely fake this somewhere. And then he went on, and every single episode, the fix is like the best character. Just absolutely nailed it.
I love that for him.
He's like, I think, like the favorite character for good reason. Like, he sort of is the emotion. Him and Conrad are like the emotional core of that show.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I can't believe how, like, having watched that vlog when it came out, how nervous he was. I was expecting to watch the show and for him to be quite like taking a back seat in RPs and things like that, but he's really not. He really goes for it. And considering I've watched him play TTRPGs before, and I like know, like the moment that he clicks in character is so cool.
Hell yeah.
It's like, oh, I see it now. But he was like that from day one of the thing. Partly because I feel like Hank Green is the personification of everyone's hyperfixation. Like he was kind of made to do that. Basically, like, the fun thing about me. When Crash Course started airing, my favourite thing to do when I got ill was I would pick a Crash Course season about something I didn't know anything about, and I would watch the entire thing.
Nice.
I still do that sometimes. It's a good way to spend it. It helps get rid of that feeling of when you're sick you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Because you're just passively gaining information.
Yeah.
About something
learning
you
stuff.
knew net zero about. There's so many Crash Courses. That's a genuine wreck from me. Kind of fun. Times when I said that this year. It's kind of cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually looks like silky. I've like tricked myself there.
Hell yeah.
Through a nice dress.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is 100% accurate.
Send that to me so that I can send it back to you every time you do it.
It's in the Skywolf memes channel. But also, did you see this one? I think we skipped over this one.
I got caught halfway through that by the word crumble.
Looks like your plans have crumbled. Carl's literally reached over to grab me.
Like towards you, not just in a vague direction, like very targeted.
Very much reached towards me to recreate that scene.
Should I draw for this last fit, Lou? The mask model.
Mask.
Doesn't have to mean anything.
Since you just mentioned one with Hank Green, how about something like a square jacket kind of thing?
Oh, hell yeah. I love these faces. This model. They put on these models. These faces. They're just like little smiley faces. They're like fashion models.
That's the artist having fun.
Yeah. They're like models for fashion. They're like for what I'm doing. Kibitzer, I think is the name of the Patreon credit on here. Kibbitzer. Thank you. For your good models. So I don't have to draw a human torso.
That's a human torso.
Me walking around Baldur's Gate.
Need this many faces.
I'm physically incapable of drawing a man without a V. They simply have to be whores. For legal reasons.
Yeah, I just deleted a bunch of faces there that I did not need. Realization that that was going way too far back for what was there. The mouth needs to go further back because the mouth will be open.
It's so silly. If Frog's here, Frog will relate. The only way I can work out how these clothes would sit is knowing where the seams are. Like knowing how I would sew it. It's like,
I've heard Frog say that before.
Yeah.
Okay, completely unrelated to anything we just said, but related to what I am doing.
This is the wrong layer.
Hey, we did it, everyone! It's bingo! Carl's drawn the wrong layer.
Right, ready? That's my time.
Hey.
That's been my set.
I was gonna say, last night Carl's heard the owl.
Oh yeah.
There is actually an owl
There
living.
was also a noise
around.
from a horror movie, but I think you were asleep.
Probably. once I'm asleep, I am a corpse.
Yeah.
I am
same.
out.
Same. It just takes me longer than you. Without references, because I can't be bothered to find the internet.
You can always open up a reference on my screen.
Can you just open man in open shirt? Like, I'm trying to remember.
Not the shirt that you.
That was kind of actually what I was thinking. Yeah. Hold up. Does it really just do that? Okay.
There you go.
Cheers, Blue.
Benefits of Age of Wonder 4, you get to play as Gargaron. Downside of Age of Wonder 4, Thane keeps declaring war on you. He deserves it! Oh, owls.
That makes sense because I turned to you to say something.
I saw that.
I
It
don't-
went.
Where's it gone? Blue?
It's gone. It's been taken.
Good talk.
Pixies took it. The force has crumbled away.
Hey.
Thanks, God. I said I don't want to, but I think I'm going to end up putting in loops here.
Works.
And here. You need more real estate around the corner of the mouth.
Pretty realistic.
It is now.
Sleeves or no sleeves?
Ooh. See, for me, I'm like, no sleeves, but then it's similar to what you've already done.
Or like rolled sleeves.
Rolled sleeves is cool. Or it's an over, and there's sleeves underneath it.
That's kind of also an option. But then, does that have roll sleeves? Or does
Yeah,
that
the one
have
under
full
the one
sleeves?
underneath it has roll sleeves.
Yes. Your biceps. That fitted. Very lovingly rendered bicep on this model. Be a fantasy where this guy's better at rolling. There was a world where I nearly bought, you know I said I nearly bought my sewing project? I nearly bought a sewing project for this stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that I could do that while... No. Doing a lot of sewing recently, Jen. Blue sim, what's happened to my jacket?
It is transformed. It is awesome.
A lot's happened.
It's cool.
There's a trans flag on it, there's all kinds of shit. I should post pictures because I think the last picture I posted of the jacket had just like was just my reference for where I was going to put them, but then I ended up adding a bunch of other shit. It is also the number one reason if you hear I've died under mysterious circumstances, it's because of that jacket.
Oh god, yeah. Someone somewhere got offended by it.
Someone's gonna. It's inevitable. Hate the 1% die. Where is that coming from? Oh, that's the back. Why? I drew a line and I was like...
The true artist experience. What is this? Where is this coming from? Hello?
How full? Further forward like that?
Don't know. Maybe.
I think I just like it back, so maybe it got caught back there. Bring it up. It's blue.
Mm. Oh. Oh dear.
Wait.
It's fast.
Do you know how many like merch of that I've seen? I love merch of that. It's so fun. There we go.
Yes! Drew the hair on.
It really does look like Matt when I put the hair on it.
It does now, yeah.
Matt should have a shirt like that if he doesn't.
Hmm?
One of these.
Definitely. I'm sure he must. He
I
goes to
packed
Ren.
this shirt.
He goes to Renfair.
Oh yeah, true.
Of course he does.
I've I've drawn a sleeveless vest for reference for Jack.
What I'm trying to do is, like, I want the corner of the mouth to, like, come slightly out to the side. This is where I'm taking a bit of stylistic liberty of, like, I want the corner of the mouth to actually come out a little bit from the side of the beak, essentially.
Where the cartoon.
Yeah, because kind of like how I picture Aarakocra, it's like, you know, if the entirety of the beak is static, then you can't form certain syllables because they can't move the corners of their mouths very well, so I'm sort of...
Can be fun, but
Can
very
be
specific purposes.
Yeah. So I'm just envisioning that basically the front of the beak is obviously hard and static, and then the corner is soft.
I really love the preview for the colour.
Kind of like a steel grey. Steel grey.
Did like a 2000s.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice.
It's a real nice, like, painterly wash.
Hell yeah. I love it.
This is opening a door that I'm afraid I will not be able to.
Turn soft select off in order to do what you've been hoping to achieve.
They're quiet, or is my thing?
Chat is a little quiet. Yeah, no one said
Shut up,
anything.
chat.
It's alright.
I'm just curious.
It is quite late actually. The time has flown. The time has absolutely soared. 2 hours have passed.
What?
Yeah. the time has absolutely soared tonight. That fully went.
That's actually, like, freaked me out. I feel like we just started. I was like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
You were literally like, I might do a little bit of drawing, and then when that
I'm gonna
fails,
go
I'm
read
gonna do
deadlines.
writing. It's like, surprise, bitch. You've been drawing all night.
Hey, someone redeem a posture check for me.
Why don't you check yourself?
No, I can't. Legally, I can't do it unless.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. It's in my contract.
You have a contract? Ah! That is not the thing! That is the opposite!
It's a very forceful posture check. I like that I could tell what happened by your physical IRL reaction.
There's a Saberlion chat.
There's a Saberlion chat?
There's a Saberlion chat. Ghosty boy, Gremlin.
Oh.
I literally did the command thing, but because the moment passed, I closed it.
Hey, I did. I remembered it.
Hey.
Yo, did you wind up catching any Arcanines? Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, you caught many Arcanines. Or Growliths.
I caught some Growliths, but like,
not shiny.
there weren't any shiny ones and there weren't any good ones. I caught some, thank you for the reminder, but the event started literally as I was cooking dinner, so
And
like,
then I stood there catching them.
so while I was preparing food, Coles was catching some, but eventually it just became the point of like, I need to invest in dinner.
lasagna.
I need to invest in
Like Garfield.
dinner. Yeah.
You need to invest in lasagna. Lasagna stonks. That wasn't the right colour to shade with. One of my favourite songs. No one caught it? Come on, man.
Dang.
Brutal. I worked out this collar and then painted over it by accident.
Oops. Because I'm linking you something because you'll want to see it if you haven't already. Is it the Dimension 20 thing?
If it's the Fantasy High thing, then yes. So,
No!
My drawing's very interesting, I'm just gonna brush it out.
Oh, I told you, there's like some absolutely wild brushes, textures in there. It's some of them it has to think about as well.
Yeah, that's skin, alright. I went into materials thinking I'd find stitching.
Yeah, it's not material. It's not materials as in fabric materials. It's very
Stubble? Oh my god, that really is stubble. My instinct is to go like this. Ooh. Ooh.
What did you find? Oh, that is nice.
It's called Glacier, and it really looks like what you look like when you if I made that blue.
If you made it blue, it just looked like ice.
Yeah, straight up.
Yep, that looks like ice.
That's sick.
Yeah. So this is why people use your Procreate, because you can literally have it draw your background for you.
This
Wow.
one's in French. Ooh. Ooh, I could sit here quite comfortably just doing
Ooh, that's fun.
that. Horny. Ooh. Makes like bark. Sawtooth. Ooh, toothy.
Toothy! Teeth, teeth, teeth.
Oh, you get the paintbrush strokes in there. You can see it.
Not from this angle, no. It mostly just looks black from there. Oh, dang, yeah, I can see that.
I thought I'd scratch the screen.
I mean, you probably do need to wipe the screen a little bit. But...
See it as.
See you tomorrow for pop. Okay, bye-bye.
vintage.
Interesting name for a brush.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would call that vintage. Yeah. 60s vintage, but vintage on the. You want wallpaper done for you?
Yep. Again, it's just like, hey, do you want your background drawn for you? There you go.
Flower power I was aware of. Newsprint? Oh, that's a screen printer. I've already been distracted. Yeah, it's like a screen print.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's a cool shading thing if you're going for a certain style.
Rad.
That is rad. I
It
like
looks
that.
like every 90s like youth mural.
Yeah.
There's a whole category for water.
Water is complicated.
Yes. Water.
It's a liquid. What you didn't see, chat, was me doing the touching fingers as Carls was doing. Let's be honest, they're blood splatters.
Yeah.
And me just being like, I'm aware that these brushes exist.
This is obviously bullet holes. This one's called Mad Splashes.
We got them mad
We
splashes.
got them, they are them mad splash.
Oof.
These are just Procreate standard brushes. Ooh, wet glaze. How does anyone do art when they could just do this?
I think most people do the first time they have any art program, and any time you have an art program where you like find a brush pack, and whether it's paid for or free and you install it, you just spend like an hour just scribbling colours. Ooh, that is photorealistic brick.
That is stone. Right. Make an art piece with that in less than 30 seconds. Like, that's art, right?
Yeah, that's what you do with that one. You layer that. You do a light layer, and then you do a darker one, and that gives you depth. It's like
New toys
yeah.
period, yeah. I live in that period, and then I get bored and never touch it again. Ooh. Elements? Flames? That doesn't look like fire. Ocean.
She critiques.
Return to water.
She critiques something look like fire. Not fire enough.
Oh, some of these share categories. Calligraphy. Chalk?
You can draw with chalk without having to touch chalk. Hell yeah, it does. That's sick.
The imagined surface is... Oh, I know exactly what grain of, like... Watch this. So this way.
Uh-huh.
Up.
That's fun.
That means the grain of, like, the blackboard.
Oh, right.
That's going against.
It's
That's
going
on.
with, yeah.
That's crazy.
Clever.
Technology's fucking batshit, yo.
Yeah.
We went off about this earlier, but, like...
Like, I'm not a big fan of Apple as a company, but you can't deny, like, they make good products. And honestly, these days, it used to be like I wasn't a fan of I used to be able to be just like, I don't like Apple because of X, but these days it's just like everybody's doing everybody's doing everything now, so now it's just a case of like, I just don't like Apple because they're just another mega corporation. I don't really like Microsoft either.
Ooh, that one's nice.
Eee.
I'm testing this on your name and not mine. Because my name in calligraphy looks like ass.
It's because the
Tell
U,
me what
it's because
this is.
It's because the
Is this
the
a
C,
W?
yeah, it's because the C, the U, and the R blur together.
like for I remember seeing like a video of someone being like, English calligraphy makes no sense because tell me, they like wrote a word out and they're like, tell me what word that is without knowing. It was like, is this an N? Who knows? My real name is actually worse, which chat won't get to know, but Blue I will show.
That's just a line.
Wait, I'll do my. It's worse actually.
That's just a line. I'm so dumb that I have been making an owl, and I don't.
For $100 US, tell me which letters are which.
I mean, I can read it, but that's because I know what I'm looking at. Like, if someone didn't know, nah.
There's no way.
Again, I only know what that is because I know what it should be.
My parents, let's just say, chat, you can't know, but my parents had a sick sense of humor when they gave me the name. Someone in calligraphy was like,
oh no. Sweetie, no. I just got dead named.
yeah, essentially. Hang on, wait, I can fix it. That's really nice to do.
My name is fun to write. Hey. Cool.
Wait, if I wrote that out in calligraphy, would you even be able to read what it is?
Probably not, no.
I can, like, make my brain write that. Nice writing on this. I've been writing this all at an angle, that's really fun. I don't know that Pokemon.
Bodino? It was their attempt at remaking Chansey. Because in Black and White, some people speculated that they were trying to like restart the series. So Black and White was the first Pokemon game where, for the entirety of the main game, it was only that generation.
I didn't know this, which is also why I don't know any of them.
You
Because
didn't
there's
have
no
them.
overlap.
No, there's no overlap. So yeah, so when they got to the point of like, Nurse Joy needs a companion Pokemon, they have Ordino. Which as a concept, I get it, but it is funny in the context of the anime because Ash goes into, oh my god, we lose it here.
I mean, tell me that's what that is.
It's V, clearly.
There's 3 different letters.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. But
I wrote out what you typed.
I just find it funny because the idea of like of Ash going into freaking Unova with black and white being like, no Pokemon from the previous generations, and Ash has a Pikachu on his shoulder, and everyone just being like, the fuck is that? The fuck is that?
I can't believe we've got this far into the stream and I haven't done any Pokemon from memory.
You got 20 minutes.
Shoot me one. Shoot me one that I've heard of, at least. Yeah.
I'll leave it to chat. Chat, give Coles a random Pokemon draw from memory. And, you know, try to make it a good one. Don't just give her Ninetales.
I could not draw Ninetales. I know what Ninetales looks like, I could not draw Ninetales.
That's the thing about drawing random Pokemon from memory. Is like, you know what they look like, in theory.
The thing is, I just tried to draw a Pikachu and I looked at it and went, that's not right. I went like that, and I was like, straight away, that's not right. That's a cat.
It's not the first time we've had a stream where nothing gets done. This is true.
Why in a way?
I've only made I've only made tiny progress on this, but I'm still happy because, like, majorly I reshaped the entire beak, and just in general it looks better.
Houndour, that's just a dog.
Houndour.
Give me one that isn't just an animal.
Scizor. Ha! You asked for it. You literally asked for it. You brought this on yourself. Draw Scizor from memory. She's already just like, That's a human bug.
I was just like, I gotta try and draw an Astinian. He's Astinian shaped.
Is he?
Like, I can't remember what his head looks like. Oh no. I was using small and easy. You thought Houndour was small and easy. Okay, so I remember the lobster gloves.
Line like here. I'm pretty sure I don't want to add an edge loop in there because it's not going to go through the entire body, but it does go quite a ways. Goes up to the head. It probably would be fine with that.
Is it serrated?
Hi, Skelly! How you doing, bud? Thank you. Both you think it looks cute. I've just looked over at Girl's screen. Oh no. Pretty good. Just had dinner. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I have a friend with me. I just looked over to see you with the with the biggest look of distress on your face. Yeah, I got a friend staying with me for the week, so
hey, bud.
that's making the streams extra fun.
Is there any way I can screenshot this so you can show them?
I actually don't know how you screenshot on an iPad.
Untitled artwork. Yeah, you can say that again.
Carl's gave up halfway through and has written. She was sketching out. Genuinely, she was sketching a human man
with lobster
claws.
Like fucking Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, that was legitimately what she was drawing, and then she's given up and has just scribbled over the top of it, "He's red?" in red pen. So that is Carl's attempt to draw Scissor. Oh
Isn't he? I don't remember.
Time to bring up a picture of Scissor.
He's red?
It's not a human person, though, is it?
It's got human proportions. It's got shoulders, a waist, hips, and 2 legs and 2 arms. That's a human being.
Yeah, because there are other animals on this planet that also have all of those things. No, there isn't. There sure is. That is not a human man. Featherless biped is what you just did. You just pulled out a plucked chicken and went, "Behold a man."
I agree with that. Philosophers debate me. I did eventually remember that he has serrated claws, though.
I mean, he's got a pointy bit and then a pointy bit at the front. I don't know if that's necessarily serrated.
Well, I remembered the point and
they are pincers, so I'll give you that, because I did wonder if you would get that. Yeah, point. But yeah, I mean, it's a mantis. He's got like an abdomen. He's got wings.
Yeah, I was gonna make like this very snatched. Yeah. I was gonna snatch the waist, but like it's still human adjacent.
I was gonna snatch the waist. That is a thing you just said about Scissor.
The Apple Pencil's battery's low. It's literally like...
It's like, no. You just
this.
made my Apple Pencil commit seppuku. It's like, no, I can't.
I simply can't go on.
I'm here trying to get this owl's mouth the correct shape to make vowels, because that's not something that an owl's beak is meant to do. So yeah, we're having a great time. I haven't seen my friend in 9 months.
Yeah.
So I'm very...
Why are you referring to me like I'm like a figment of your imagination?
I can still hear her.
Stop telling her.
Yes. So yeah, normally curls would be the... I feel like I have to explain this because you haven't been here in so long that some people like genuinely might not know. But yeah, curls used to be the usual co-host for Tuesday evening art streams, and Das has been taking over because Curls had to go away and write a master's thesis.
Technically, I was meant to be doing that the whole time.
Yeah, casually went away for 9 months to go write a master's thesis, but now she's back, bitches. And she's physically in my house, so she's back in force.
I was abducted. Free me from this hell.
You came here of your own volition.
No, that's not true.
You booked a train ticket.
That's not true. I was abducted.
You booked a train ticket.
I was stolen away in the night.
By the pixies.
Not the pixies, they're my friends. They live with me.
Are you okay? Oh, the lock button is broken on that, I will say. So if you want to turn it off, you just have to close it. Yeah, the lock button is unfortunately broken. So yeah, that's just it.
When that's my penal look, a man. What is a man if not a miserable pile of legs?
Because that is a centipede.
But it's human, so it's a human centipede.
Human centipede, human centipede.
Probably fucking up your face. Right now.
Yeah, Kels has now like draped herself over. That was sweet. Are you done for the night?
I have to be. The pencil said no more.
Yeah, the pencil has physically died.
I'm gonna go get dead letters.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we've only got 10 minutes left.
I know, that's why I'm like...
It's like, you know, in 10 minutes we're turning off the stream and going downstairs to make a cup of tea. Yeah. Curls isn't going to be on art stream tomorrow unless she really wants to be, which could happen. But in
if I get bored playing Baldur's Gate... I'll be here.
Yeah, feel free to
If I
come up.
rage quit Baldur's Gate, I'll be up here.
Yeah, in theory, she's going to spend all tomorrow playing Baldur's Gate while I continue.
Because
with
it's
our-
my holiday.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I can't entertain you, chat.
You've been encased in a little egg of writing your thesis, and the moment you were done, I was like, cool, time to just get you out of that house.
Ducked, as I said.
Change
I'm
of scenery.
ducked.
You need to go somewhere else. But yeah. But obviously, I am ecstatic because my friend is here, which means I am fairly distracted. But even so, I'm quite happy with the shape that we've made. Like, overall, the changes tonight have been very minimal, but like, I think they are for the better. Like, our beak, in my opinion, as someone who likes birds, the beak is looking more sort of along the lines
That's
of like.
100. It is looking 100%.
Yeah, it's looking better, but also my brain is reading that as more like a cockatiel / like budgie kind of beak than an owl beak. But
In context.
when I tried to make it look like an owl beak, it then didn't work for the context of it needs to be able to move and lip sync.
I feel like when you have coloration
weird.
and like owl ears and all that shit on it.
Yeah, texture will do a lot of work as well. Yeah, I added in these feather bits as well because it was also like the part where the beak is sinking into the feathers doesn't look right, and that's like, well, because we have no visual for the feathers. It looks better because I've got a better shape now, but definitely I think having the feathers helps. And again, these will be blended in. I think we are better.
I need you to know Dead Letter Society clarifies that you have to be a willing player.
Sorry, girls. We do not tie people up and force them to play Dead Letter with you.
What? Then who am I going to play with?
A werewolf. Bells has now picked up the gift that I got her.
Yeah, Blue bought me a 2-player letter RPG called Dead Letter Society, which is about vampires writing letters to each other.
Yep.
And also there's a werewolf
There's a
edition.
yeah, they're going to be making a werewolf
starting like next week.
Yeah, in
29th?
in like 3 days. Yeah.
So that is compatible.
This is a book I found at UK Games Expo.
Yeah,
literally,
it's by-
I saw the cover, and I saw the cover.
Montford Games.
Montford Games, yes. I saw the cover and I was like, oh, this looks very Curls coded. So I went up and talked to the maker because they were just sat there at their table selling it. And when they explained it to me, I literally said to them, I was like, oh, this is very coded for my friend who couldn't make it, so I'm going to buy this for them. And then they went, oh yeah, by the way, I'm making another one to work with it where you play as a werewolf. And I was like, well, that's me coded, so I'm 100% buying that as well. And now, 3 months later, I've finally been able to give it to her.
Yep. Are you jamming? Or... I think
Yeah.
you're just doing Happy Wiggles for no reason.
A bop came on. I've just realised that one of the results of this game is something like This Is How You Lose the Time War. Oh.
A novel that I don't think you would.
No, I have not. I know about the stuff that happened with it.
Realistic.
Yep.
I can't imagine the audiobook's more than an hour.
I imagine not.
It's
yeah.
it's as big as this. It's as big as the Dead List. Like it might even be smaller.
You've shown it to me in person.
Yeah, it's very similar, but they wrote that as letters going back.
Nice.
But yeah, they wrote them in letters back and forth. And that's a fucking amazing book. So, no pressure.
Mm-hmm. Gilly, you need to get a starter Pokemon. Skelly got a Rowlet!
Yay!
Manifest the owl! Owls, let's go! cast it!
I think mine was a Squirtle. I actually don't remember.
Wow.
It wasn't one I cast.
Yeah. I got a Litten.
Fuck you. We tried.
I don't know, my trainer feels morally bad about trading their starter.
My Pokemon trainer Sona doesn't have morals. We've discussed this.
Wait, I might have a secondary Litten, is the thing. Ooh, oh. Authentication failed, great. That's working.
Bodes well.
Yep. The Pokemon game is struggling, apparently.
He says no.
We'll look at it later. I feel like when because the dog event was like a dog/fire type event, so I feel like ironically I got a cat during the dog event. Ooh. Kel's physically hitting me when we make jokes.
No, I'm excited about this.
Oh.
One of the setup things is defining what a vampire is.
Oh,
because you both need to agree,
on
obviously,
what,
on what it is. And obviously, this is part of the replayability, because basically what you do is you each choose 2 words from this massive block of words, and that becomes a defining.
Oh,
so every time it will be different.
That's pretty fun.
And like things like that seem like common, like inherent to a vampire are like things you could choose not to pick in here.
That's fair.
So I guess the idea is that even like these are the things that are for certain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's neat because I literally don't know. Like I said, I have already told
the same for humans.
Oh, that's pretty neat. That means it's going to be the same in the werewolf book of what defines a werewolf. Yeah, literally everything I know about this game, I have just told you. Like, I bought the book. Literally, I didn't read the book. I just went off the description that the person gave me, and I was like, sold. And I have not read it, and it's just been sat in this room for 3 months. So Curls already knows more about this than me. I do not know what to expect. This game is very Curls coded. I bought it for her, and I'm literally like, yeah, I'll play it with you. I don't know what to expect. And also, at the moment, it's vampires because the werewolf expansion isn't out yet.
Yeah, we're doing sort of a.
We're doing like a test.
Test run.
We're gonna do like a test game.
It's a 1-week test because I'm here for a week.
Yeah, we're gonna do a test game, and then we're gonna see if we can do like essentially a proper game, but with the werewolf book. When that eventually is available.
Can I read you the steps? Just the steps for creating a character.
Go on.
Fill in an application form for the Dead Letter Society. It's on the next page, and it is like an official application form, like to the Undead Society, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Note: the application form asks you about your favorite items, home location, allies, etc. These are simplified assets that you expand on later. At least one of them will be somehow claimed by the society as a membership fee.
Nice.
So you immediately lose something. Commit to an oath that you will break before the end of the game.
Oh.
Show your application form to the other player, they show their form to you, pay the application fee, and feel its loss.
Wow. Oh god, she tapping.
This is kind of like 1,000 Year Vampire. It like has that same, like people they understand that a big part of vampires is loss. It's like that to bring it back to I say Dead Poet Society, that's not right. What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows,
is that really awkward conversation that Deacon has with Nick
about losing
like,
people.
Your friends die. It's like just really not handled well. This Deacon is a piece of shit. Is that's vampires. That's the whole thing. And the assets in this are kind of similar.
Yeah, you You saw me Google on the other screen, and, I was literally like, actually, I can wait 5 minutes and actually do this and not get distracted, because I was literally going to be like, I bought the book, I wonder if there's like digital, when you said that there was a form you had to fill in, I was like, can we like get a copy of that? Because I don't have the PDF, but I'm just like, do they have like resources?
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah, I think when I come to this tomorrow, I'm now at the point where, like, I'm fine to leave the face for a bit. Like, the feet, I'm already at the point of, like, my feet are done. Like, I'm already at the point where I'm like, I'm happy to leave those because they just look great. Face, maybe I would fidget with a little bit more, but I think maybe I'm at the point where I want to go back to our arms, because our arms are still very much half done. And I think the main thing I'm going to try to do with the arms is put in our secondary line of feathers to make it look more of wings. So I'm going to get a second line of feathers going over the top of here. But unlike these feathers, I think I will try to pull them out from the arm. And my hope is that that will then sort of blend in with the hand, because like the hand still looks a little bit janky, but I hope that
Bless you.
Oh, that crept up on me.
Yeah, that really came out of nowhere.
My hope is that that might look a little bit better with the arm well done. But yeah, the hand may also need to be reshaped, because it is a little bit odd. But again, we're trying to fuse a hand with a wing, so it will look odd. So there's some odd anatomy happening. I think I'm trying to do like a breakdown at that point. So we're gonna try to address some of the arm tomorrow. After that, it's probably going to be maybe tweaking the body some more. Potentially do a rough tail feather, because that's the only bits of feathers that we haven't done yet. And then from there, it's going to be like just refine. Just lots of refining, and then eventually we get to a point where it's refined to the point that I like it, at which point we start doing customization. So still quite a bit to go. Kells is happily bobbing up and down.
Sorry, one of the preset worlds they give you is the Fall of Rome.
Wow. It couldn't be more you-coded if we tried. I feel like that's the one that you've got to do that's like the one-player one, because I was
literally
head.
just losing it. There's a preset, there's two different variants for the solo play. There's either you play both people, which makes sense, but there's also one called They Never Reply, which is where you're sending letters out to someone and they never write back. And it's like, I'm definitely going to play that by myself, because that's my kind of heartbreak.
The feet look good. Thank you! I was really proud of the feet. Really proud of the feet. Mwah. I still love them. Still my favourite part. Good feet! Some good bird feet.
One of the settings is just called Gothic.
Like, they're not low poly, like, not proper low poly, like some people would say, but I'm, like, happy with how many polys I've got in the feet. I am in love with the bird feet. Everything else still needs a heck of a lot of work, but damn did we go off on the feet. Hey! There we go. There's literally QR codes in the back of the book to resource page, so we can invest. Nice. So we can investigate that, which we are probably going to do right now.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean you can't write back. Yep, that's the tagline for the whole thing. That is the tagline for the whole thing.
I'm happy.
I'm very pleased that you like your gift so much. I've been hanging on to that for so long. I've been ecstatic at the thought. That's why I barely hung on to it. Like, the moment I finished stream yesterday, barely 10 minutes passed before I was like, Carls, I have a present for you. I was desperate to give it to you.
Surprise, we're doing setup after the stream.
Right. We're gonna go make a cup of tea and go be vampires, and I will be back tomorrow afternoon. Despite Cuz being here, I'm sticking to my stream, so I will be doing more of this.
She's being good. She loves you more than me, chat.
I'm being good because I'm trying to stick to my job, which
She loves you more than me.
Which is reliant on me following a schedule.
She doesn't love me. No, that's not true.
Honestly, legitimately, I didn't think, even as a small-time streamer, I didn't think it would affect me, but I noticed a difference when we took that break for me to move house. I was like, ooh, numbers. She's found buttons. She's found buttons to press.
I don't think I actually pressed it.
You did. I am doing a sad face. Oh, she's found buttons. There we go.
Oh, that's what that one does.
That's what that one is.
Well, that worked out.
Thank you for randomly pressing buttons on my control panel.
I'm sure that couldn't have backfired. I was like locked in my head. I was like, "There's
at least the bad button is very clearly red.
Yeah.
You know.
For reference, chat, I just see a lit up board with all of Blue's different emotes on it, and I'm like, "Woo,
press
button."
Okay.
Right, end the stream.
Alright, we'll see you tomorrow for art stream, and then also D&D tomorrow. We are sticking to
I will be here for D&D.
I will be here for D&D, so double stream day tomorrow. Please tune in, and I hope you have a good day, whatever you get up to. Right. We love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.